thanks so much for joining me for my preview of the 2019 Tennessee Volunteers. Now, before I go any farther, I'm Bobby Dirkens, and that's why you should hit the subscribe button. Turn on notifications. It'll notify you when I'm putting up a video. Also, find me on Twitter at bdirkens, also on Instagram at @TheBobbyDirkens. When I think about the Tennessee Volunteers, I think about Peyton Manning. I think about Marcus Nash, Peerless Price, Leonard Little, Sean Ellis, Travis Henry, Billy Ratliff. It's a great place for me to stop and tell you, check out Volunteer Roadshow. Billy Ratliff's on there as well. Go find them, subscribe them. Good to see y'all boys. But that's what I think of. I don't think about this mess of a football team that y'all have had for probably 15 plus years. I mean, look, I'm not going to just sit here and talk trash about it. Of course, I'm going to have to pick at you because that's my style. But at the end of the day, y'all are a shell of history. For my viewers who see me all the time, they know what a shell of history is. But let me explain. It's a team that wears the same jerseys. They play in the same stadiums. They have the same fight song. But they're not the same team. And that's where you're at right now. Unfortunately for you. You're paying for the past sins of administrative coaching hires that made people go, we should just let a monkey hire it. At least if the monkey messes up, we can say, well, a monkey hired these people. Jeremy Pruitt's going into his second year following Butch Jones. Y'all only pissed away more talent than all the other teams that's done it. And as bad as y'all has been LSU and Georgia, but they did that over years. Y'all did it over like a season, maybe two. Don't feel too bad. So, who do you have coming back? Starting with Garantano Mobay. No, Garantano. He'll last year he spent more time sitting on his rear end than he did upright. Hopefully y'all protect him a little better. You're turning like 9 or 10 starters, I think, something like that. But I would tell you this, on your offensive line, guess what? Guess what? You got 2 freshmen. I know they were the crown jewel of your great recruiting class you just had. But remember, though they're 5 stars, they're in the SEC. So you better hope they grow up real fast. Garantano's back. Chandler's back. Callaway's back. Really like him. On the defensive side of the ball, you return 6 starters. But you're going to need everything you can get to get back to who and what you were. Now, I love Rocky Top just as much as anybody. I mean, quick history lesson. Do you know where Rocky Top was written? Gatlinburg Inn. And it's still there today on 441 in the middle of Gatlinburg. And every time I walk by there, I swear I can hear it. So that's what you need to get back to is Rocky Top at Gatlinburg Inn. No, you need to get back to playing great football like you used to. So if you are not used to the way that I do things, you've never watched me preview a team, this is how I do it. I don't go over every little number. I'm not going to sit here and tell you about every little trouble and trial that all your players have went through. That's great to fill time on a Saturday morning show, but I'm not going to tell you the circumference of your offensive coordinator's butthole. Because A, that's weird. B, how would I know that? And C, what does that have to do with football? I'm just going to jump right in to your season. Now, your very first game's against Georgia State. I know people get all upset about these cupcake games, and I used to. But the more and more I thought about it, don't feel too bad about it. You know why? Because those babies in the NFL get an entire exhibition season. You know, the guys who's going, oh, I feel sorry for me. I'm making $10 million this year instead of 12. So I don't feel bad about y'all getting a cupcake game. In fact, I think it would be good for those 2 freshmen on your line to get to see what's going on, and y'all get to build a little team camaraderie, right? So I believe you win that game. Very next week, you played the Bicycle Peddlers from BYU. And I was shocked to find out that they are now independent. Maybe they were that way last year. I don't know. Really don't keep up with them. This game's a toss-up, but I believe because it's at home, you're going to beat them. This is a great game for you to say, we're repairing things in Knoxville. All right? Then you play UT Chattanooga, right down the road from beautiful Chattanooga, Tennessee. You're going to send them back with a black eye. So now you have 3 games, and 2 of the 3 games are easier, manageable games. BYU, I think, will put up a good fight. Do remember that a lot of them are married with children and in their early 30s. So it's like playing a semi-pro team. Then you're at Florida. Now look, I'm not like these guys on these big network shows going, they're back, baby! They're not back. Florida is not back. Are they better? Yes. Are they back because they beat a lackluster Michigan team who just happened to have like 4 or 5 players sitting out because they want to make millions of dollars in the NFL? Come on. They are getting better. But I hate to tell you, and I know I'm losing some brownie points if I had any at all with you, you're losing this game. I'm sorry, I just don't see you winning it. This would be a great game that if you could win it, it'd be nice for you. Because out of your tough games you got, this is the most winnable. But I believe you lose it. Then you're off. The very next week, guess what? Hell smiled on you. You get to play Georgia. And while I believe Georgia is they have their moments to where they can lay a golden turd, I don't believe they're going to lay a golden turd against you. I do believe Pruitt's going to come out with a good game plan. I believe he's going to have you boys ready to go fight. I believe they could come out of that game black and blue, but with a W. I believe they're going to win the ball game. Next week, play Mississippi State. Mississippi State is a game that I believe that especially now you can beat them. Last year, the team was much stronger. All right? If you're playing last year's team, can't say that I would be believing in you so much, okay? But y'all have improved some. They have got worse. They're not what they were. They lost talent, okay? I'm not saying that they're a bucket of piss. I'm just saying they lost some talent. I believe you could lose this one just as easily as you could win it. But I believe you'll win it. You'll be hungry for a victory after 2 consecutive losses. Then the very next week, it don't look too good. You're at Tuscaloosa. Let me tell you about what this game reminds me of me having to break that bad news to you. My family had a prize cow named Betsy. And my uncle, who was old as sin, would drive Betsy around town. Very weird, but we gave that cow anything once she beat 2 bouts of pneumonia. Well, he was driving through town, and his eyesight was failing him because he's old as piss. And he pulled through an intersection in a transfer truck, hit the trailer that was holding and carrying Betsy. I was nearby in our small town, and I pull up and I saw the wreckage. My heart dropped. And I looked to my right, and I saw Betsy, half of her, over here, and the other half strategically placed over here. And my uncle looked at me, went, Bobby, I can't look. Can you tell me how Betsy looks? And I said, not too good. I love that cow. I'll pull it together. Hey, I'm trying to entertain the masses and I'm crying in here. Leave me alone. Dabo Sweeney. Dabo Sweeney. Dabo Sweeney. Overlook him. He should go pester his mother. Do you hear what I live with? Would one of y'all drive over here and save me? Back to Alabama. Y'all had the same comment for y'all that I do for my uncle and Betsy. This game for Alabama with y'all doesn't look too good. you lose. You play South Carolina. I hate South Carolina. If I had to choose between them or pulling for the Prince of Darkness, I really don't know who I'm going to pull for. I mean, at least Prince of Darkness got some cool tricks. Over here, they're just absolutely horrible, but they're arrogant about it. I believe you win this game. Next week, you play UAB. You win that game. At Kentucky. If this is Kentucky from last year, I tell you, you're about to lose. You're going to win this game. I know you beat Kentucky last year, but I'm saying, I just feel like after the season you had, I would say that you would lose. But you will win this game. You're off, then you play at Missouri. Play our old quarterback. Guy's a freak athlete, and even though he's not some great quarterback, he's an outrageous athlete, and I believe he will make it to the NFL as an athlete. And that athlete is going to beat you. Y'all will lose to Missouri. That'll be your 4th loss. Then the very next week, you play Vanderbilt. I remember when y'all used to play Vanderbilt, it was nothing for somebody to be walking through Knoxville and going, hey, isn't there a game going on right now? And they're like, yeah, there is a game. Right going on right now? Yeah. Well, then what's the starting offense doing over here eating at this burger joint? They don't even have to show up because they're playing Vanderbilt. That's no big deal. Y'all managed to lose to them 3 years in a row, but I believe this year you beat them. Well, I hope you ain't mad at me, but if you are, you can get over it. I'm Bobby Dirkens. Thanks so much for joining me. Once again, you hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. Find me on Twitter at @BDirkens, also on Instagram at @TheBobbyDirkens. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. Lord knows I'll keep showing out. Bobby Dirkens.